What's up everybody? Before we get into this video, I wanted to tell you about this amazing opportunity. I'm partnered with Blofin. Blofin is also the main exchange I use. That's why I'm partnered with them. But right now, until the 2nd of June, we're running this amazing campaign where you can deposit funds to receive 15% cash back. And now please pause the video, watch the criteria as you can see right here. But in general, like this is real cash that you can use for futures trading, funding fees, transaction fees, but also more. And outside of that, Blofin, like I said, is an amazing exchange to use for trading. You can do spot on there as well, low fees, all the coins you want to trade. So use the link down in the description to sign up to get a 15% cash back until the 2nd of June. Now let's get into the video. Good morning everybody, welcome back to cilinixfxcapital, and in this video we're not going to be talking about Jupiter, which is on the screen right now, but we'll talk about XRP, and I briefly wanted to talk about the potential of a breakdown for XRP. Now, ultimately, do I think we will break down? No, alright, but I wanted to speak about it, and just in general, there are some indications to be relatively bearish on XRP, and that's what I wanted to speak upon in this video. But ultimately, do I still expect, like I said yesterday, do I still expect that move into 2.4, 2.42, 2.44? Yes. The thing though is, with XRP, and we're diving right into this, if you don't mind, is that it's relatively weak, right? And that's look, the volume has been quite low since Saturday. I think that's normal. I mean, yesterday, of course, the US markets were also closed, so then the volume normally is a bit lower. But then outside of that, look, yeah, volume has been lower. But if you compare XRP right now in relationship to the balance we had right here, or we have, because the balance is still holding, you can see that we're struggling to stay within the general value area, which is this area right here. We tried to get into that twice over the course of the weekend and yesterday, and we twice failed, and we twice rejected at the POC, right, the point of control of this value area right here. So generally, technically, that's not a good sign, especially not when you take a look at something like Solana here, and you can see that Solana is easily staying within the balance. This is the balance for Solana, this area right here between the blue lines. It's easily staying within that, and it's holding on top of the POC. All right, whereas, and then you take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum is even breaking out right now. So therefore, I get the frustration, first of all, with XRP. I get the doubts with XRP, I definitely do. However, XRP usually is strongest during the US session. The US hasn't been trading for a couple of days. Generally, when you take a look at XRP here on a Tuesday, it's no, it's actually not a good day. My apologies. So Tuesday and Wednesday are not good days. Normally in the markets for XRP, it's actually pretty good on the Tuesday. But even if we get a bit of a pushback, ultimately when you take a look at the markets here, the markets are still generally strong, right? Bitcoin showed some very strong movements overnight. And I think if you take a look at the total 3, that also doesn't look too bad. And for XRP, yeah, look, we still have major support right here between the 90-day rolling VWAP here at 2.26. But then we also have the chance to spike down a little bit lower into this point of control, or into this liquidity zone at 2.21. Spike down into that and then to reclaim, right? Which is also what we spoke about on Sunday, I think, or Saturday, when the market was also looking relatively weak. And that is still a possibility that XRP can make use of. XRP generally over the last month has been, you know, it hasn't been that bullish. It's been bullish basically for 4 days. However, it has been relatively strong. All right, and I don't see any reason technically nor fundamentally to suspect that strength, that stability is going to be lost, right? So that, in combination with what I expect from the markets, in combination of what I still expect over the course of this week, especially during the US sessions, I would say it is most likely that, yeah, maybe we'll test those levels right here at 2.26, 2.25, 2.21 maybe. But I do think we'll still hold that level, and I do still think that eventually we'll break above the POC right here at 2.35, and that we'll get up to that level at 2.42, which is the top of the range. So yeah, I think that's what you need to know for today. Hopefully that helps, right? Hopefully that settles it down a little bit. So should you be careful for a breakdown? No. But be careful for bearish pressure still, right? Because that is a realistic possibility given the current fundamentals and technicals. But those are my thoughts. I think that's what you need to know. So if you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. Take care and bye.